Welcome to the Blast Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Raquel Tolson. Oh, and you know what? This season, I changed the name. So we're not just the Blast Podcast, we're the Blessed Mindset Matters Podcast. Because you guys know that I always say that being blessed is not about what you have or who you have in your life, it's about your mindset. Mindset matters. And you know what? Mindset matters about everything. So this season, that's what we're talking about. We're still talking to people, interviewing people who understand that their mindset is what matters, and that's why they're successful in life. They get to choose what they determine as success, and they put their mind to it, and they are successful. So that's what we're going to talk about all season long. Blessed mindset matters. We are on WYTV7 Community Broadcasters Network, where we empower, encourage, and educate. Okay, it's nonprofit, so we need donations. Go to www.wytv7.org and hit that donate button. It is a tax write-off because we already know we into the fourth quarter. We get in the fourth quarter soon, and y'all need some tax write-offs because y'all ain't been going to church. Come on now, y'all ain't been sending them donations to the church. Y'all already know that. So go to wytv7.org, hit that donate button, and give some money. It goes to good uses. All right. So I have today with me my friend. Y'all already know I always have my friends, right? And if they weren't my friends, they my friends after they own. But August 1st was National Girlfriends Day. National Girlfriends Day. I didn't even know that was a thing, but that was a thing. Did y'all know that was a thing? Yeah. You did, Karen? Okay.
Heard of it, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know that was a thing, but so National Girlfriends Day is all about, it's not like a man's girlfriend, somebody's boo. No, it's women friends, girlfriends, and it's to celebrate and show appreciation for your girlfriend. Now, this year, that same week, we went on our girls' trip. And so I was like, oh, this would be such a good first show to bring in some of my girlfriends, and let's talk about Girlfriends Day and girls trip. So right now I have with me Karen Powell and Robyn Clark Williams. I already like to say that Clark because that's the name that she had with her daddy. Anyway, and we may have a couple of other ones join us later, but we have been friends for, Karen, how long?
Oh Lord, that'll since 1987, fall semester.
Fall semester at Florida
Agricultural and Mechanical University, which sits on the highest of Tallahassee's 7 hills.
Yes. We all came in 1987 to the pharmacy program, and that's where we met. I don't think I met Robyn like the first day. I met Karen before school started because we lived right across the hall from one another. And actually, my mom met Karen. And she was like, oh, my daughter's going to the pharmacy and her roommate, you got to come and meet them. Yeah. So Karen was my the first person I met on campus.
That's my first time hearing that. I did not know that story.
You didn't know that story?
No, I did not.
Diamond Hall, first floor, baby.
Diamond Hall, first floor. Robyn, when did we all meet?
I think it was an intro to pharmacy.
Yep.
So it had to be the first week of school.
Yeah. I remember you running for Miss Freshman, and I do remember Karen campaigning for you.
I did.
I don't know why you remember that, but I do remember that. You all say I remember everything, but I remember that for some strange reason. And I remember Karen. And in chemistry class, I remember Dr. What was his name? Not Holder. Dr. What's the chemistry teacher name?
I had Dr. Turner.
Dr. Turner. Dr. Turner. I remember that. Because she messed up the curve.
Oh my gosh. So
I remember her.
Anyway. That's so funny. You said because she messed up the curve.
Yeah.
That you would think that because she messed up the curve that you would not have wanted to be her friend. And All these years later,
All
we
these
we
years
still
later.
together. We still together.
I'm not going to mention by name, Robyn, what I remember from freshman year, but you were affiliated with someone who went to the church that I went to.
Male or female?
Male.
Male.
Okay,
you have to tell me about that one offline because I don't.
Wait. Were you affiliated
then.
freshman year that you don't remember?
That's funny.
You threw me
Anyway,
off with that one. You threw me off.
listen. See, I just want to let the people listening, this is what happens when we on our girls trip. We try to remember stuff that happened from almost 30 years?
Yeah.
30 years ago. We trying to remember, and it's funny. And then some of the stuff we do remember.
Over 30 years.
And sometimes we don't want to remember. And some people, Robyn, but she really don't forget much. I don't know how
everything.
She remembers everything. And she'll say, "Yeah, I remember it." I'm like, no. Don't remember that.
No.
But that's what. So I have some questions for y'all.
Okay.
Because
I remember now, Karen.
You do? Okay.
Did we talk to him on that girls trip?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Well, I don't remember.
So, okay. Robyn.
FAMU High. Anyway, go ahead.
How long have you been going on a girls trip?
Oh my gosh.
Karen, what year was that? Because it was something significant in Karen's life.
It was something significant. It was 2007. Well, technically Tiffany came to Atlanta in 2005 before she got married, but then we didn't do anything 2006. You and Tiffany came to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Remember that one?
Yeah.
And then, but we started going every year starting in 2007.
And that was not Panama, Destin. And we
that
called Raquel on our way home and said, okay, next trip, Raquel, you have to come from LA.
Yeah.
Right.
And that first trip, Raquel, I almost didn't go because Lilka had told me about it, but initially I had something else scheduled. Well, that fell through. And I remembered she was going to go and see Robyn and Tiffany. And I said, hey, tell Tiffany and Robyn, I said, hey, blah, blah, blah. And she said, you can still come. And I was like, well, I'd be a last minute ad. And well, check with Robyn and Tiffany and see if it's okay with them if I just show up at the last minute. Because it was literally the day before they were going to be leaving. And so she called them. She said, they're not going to care, but if it make you feel better, I'll ask them. So she did. And you know me, I like to plan and have a list. I threw some clothes in a little suitcase and drove out to Lilka's house. And then we left from there to Tallahassee and then all got together and went to Destin.
And that was the best trip, right? That was good.
It was, and I needed that because I had just gone through a breakup.
And see, and that's what I was just about to say. And to me, the very first girls trip is kind of have been the reason why you kept it, and the reason why you always called me, so I felt like I was a part of it. But I didn't come all the way from LA. It took me a minute to come, and then it was a few other people that came. So now it's 7 of us. But one of the things, and it goes back to you, the reason why you joined, because you needed your friends after a breakup.
Yeah.
And it's weird because the 3 of them, they just wanted to get together and hang out, but you needed your girlfriend.
I did.
And then every year it was like, look, we got to do this every year so we can make sure we have some time to love on each other, appreciate it, and then just to let everybody know what's going on in your life.
Yeah.
It's just weird that I really didn't know that story, but that's crazy. I didn't know that story, but that's really kind of the why people should go on girls trips.
And
in real time.
And my sister was the one who encouraged me. Because she was going through something with one of her friends. She was like, look, if you have friends that are not acting crazy and support you, pack your bag and go.
Yeah.
And Lilka was like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. And I was like, well, look, I haven't decided yet. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. She just knew I was coming, and she knew that I needed to come. And I did. And I was able to talk about it, release some things, and it's therapeutic.
So, Robyn, this question is for you because Karen made a statement. She said, you call and ask Robyn and Tiffany if it's okay with them. Now, how did y'all choose? And I'm talking to you, Robyn. How do you choose who you invite to girls' trip? I mean, because there are a lot of us that went to school together. We know a lot of people. But how do you decide? Because now it's 7 of us. It started off with 4 y'all. And then y'all added 3 more of us, and it's 7. And we actually have 2 other friends that have an open invitation, but they are kind of slow to come. But so that's 9 women. How did you decide who gets to come, Robyn?
Well, I have a short list of friends, true friends. I mean, you have associates, you have, people that you deal with or talk to every now and then, but true friends. And I remember everybody from 1987. So we go back. So no new friends. You know what I mean?
Okay, great.
No new friends. Because,
Rule number one.
I feel like I trust you all, and even with me, I was going through something nobody knew until that trip with Karen and trips after for about 10 years. But anyway, but I felt like I needed the same thing that Karen needed, and that's when, I don't know when you want to come up with the rules, but I knew that I could talk to you all, I remember you all from, FAMU. We would talk every now and then, all of us kind of had contact, or somebody had contact with another person, but the 7 core of us pretty much had contact with each other. And for me, trust, what other words? Trust is the big thing though, and being a friend and just worthy and there for you, caring. I mean, just have your back, somebody you can call 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. We know you're a 3-hour difference, and we start texting sometimes 7 o'clock in the morning. It's 4 o'clock in the morning for you, but you still respond. If it was another group of people, they might say, "Hey, why are y'all doing that?" Then it could be a blow up or whatever. But
that's why I do that. I do that. Like, really, y'all?
But you answer anyway. That's why we keep doing it.
Exactly. Right here. So that's rule number 506.
So everybody, I just have to tell y'all the reason why I did, because Robyn has made up all of these rules. She has so many rules. Okay, so I just have to, for the people that are watching, we're going to put up our arm. Our friend Tiffany makes bracelets. And one of Robyn's rules was we always had to bring the bracelets. She got so many rules, y'all. One of the other
wait. Why did the rules start?
I couldn't even make a suggestion of where we were going to go next because I hadn't been there on the first time I went. She's like, "Oh, you haven't been here long enough to make any suggestions or vote. You just got to go."
First rule. The rules started because of you, Raquel.
See, Karen remember
till you showed up.
Karen remembered. Raquel tried to come and take over.
I did not.
You did too. I said, rule number 1, you have to at least be on one trip until you can make suggestions. Right, Karen? Is that I think that's what I started with rule number
1. Okay, I'm going to take a commercial break on that one, and we will be right back.
80% of women will develop a pelvic health condition at some point in their lives. There is relief. There is hope. The Pelvic Floor Store, your resource for personal health.
All right, we're back, and we were talking about Robyn's rules for girls' trip. So, as much as I I don't like rules, y'all. So I'm not a good rule person. I'm the bad child. I don't like rules. But for all her rules, okay, Karen actually went on a trip with some other women, and she sent us a text and said, you know what, y'all, what'd you say? I love
I
y'all so
I
much.
just
She said, and then Robyn was like,
that's why we
that's
have
why we have
rules.
rules. So Karen, I don't want you to go into it a lot, but
Yeah.
just tell everybody like what makes our seven, the seven of us maybe different from other people that
Yeah. Yeah, what was so different for me is that I had gotten spoiled basically, I've known you all, you know, I say, all my life because, college, you grow up together and you
Mhm.
spend so much time together and you go through things together. So, we know each other, we appreciate each other for who we are. You're allowed to be yourself. Um, and because
thank
Robyn
God.
put it, and because Robyn put in rule number one in Houston, no one, tries to take charge and like say, this is what we're gonna do. It's where we all work together. And it's like, if you want to do something, you say, hey, what about this? And we'll all go, yeah, cool, that sounds like a good idea, or I'm down for whatever. But it's respect for each other. It's like Robyn was saying, the trust and the openness. We can share anything. And we know that it stays within us. And so I'm comfortable opening up. And you just don't have that with everyone and everybody. And every trip is, I feel relaxed, refreshed, and rejuvenated, when I come back from you all. But, other trips you
Hey,
come back.
look, my
I know
shirt
that was
says
a nice
that.
segue,
It
wasn't it?
says relax, refresh, reset. Girls Trip 2021. We are family.
Yes. So that's what I just really appreciated about it. And I just realized how different and unique that was. And I just appreciate it because you can't travel with everybody, you know, can't
That was
share
one of my
quarters with
rules.
everybody.
That was one of my rules, remember?
Yep,
And
yep. That's what
everybody thought I was crazy when I said, oh, no, 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 we'll have to cut this off. We can't have too many people with different personalities. We know Raquel, there was an
right.
example, We all know Raquel, but if we bring somebody else in new,
Yeah.
they may say, okay, who is this person? Or an argument might break out. I
Yeah.
mean, really, honestly, in the 15 years, at least 15 years that we've never had like a fight or a big
No.
argument, or
No.
we might have a disagreement, but
Right.
it's all in love and we find out, whatever,
Yeah.
educate each other or whatever, or Google
Right.
the right answer.
Right. But
You
even
know,
if we do,
right.
even if we do have differing opinions, we can have differing opinions respectfully, right?
Right.
It's
You know
like,
what?
okay, you feel that way about that. I see where you're coming from, but this is where I am. And it doesn't damage the friendship because everybody is allowed to be who they are.
I was
Right.
just about to say, I think what it really all boils down to is what you said, that everybody gets to be who they are. So if Robyn is being bossy, I'm probably gonna call her mean or some other stuff, but
And you have. You
and I have, but
and you
I
have.
let her be who she is, and she ain't let me because everybody knows like this is called blessed, and y'all think that this is like a Christian show because I do love God, but oh
You
y'all,
will cuss.
I'm a cuss. I'm a both and. I love God and I cuss. It's both is okay. It's both me. So that's just but y'all, everybody allows everybody to be who they are, and the thing is, I think what one of the things too, because we've known each other so long, we don't take stuff real personal.
Yep.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? And then it's just like, and then we can pull the person to a side, be like, what's up with you? But we don't have to do it in front of everybody. We can pull each other and say, what's going on? Or whatever. But, and I wanted to say, because like the Real Housewives of Atlanta and even the Potomac and the Basketball Wives and all these other shows, they give a bad rap to girlfriends. It's
Right.
like, well, first of all, I don't even think those people are friends,
Right.
Right.
but they have they portray themselves like they're friends, or but they're like catty and they just don't get along. And then I've heard people say, "Oh, I just can't get along with women. Oh, I could never be in a whole group." And I'm just like, what is this about? Like this is not who we are.
Right.
Especially, when I think of black women, especially,
Yeah.
we all we got sometimes.
Right.
If we don't have each other, who do we have? So I mean, like, I'm so
And we
glad
understand each other. We
Yeah.
understand each other and the
Yeah.
struggles that we go through.
Yeah, the struggles. It's a lot of struggle.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And
it's
just
for
life,
us.
right?
Life.
Right.
Like we
But
were
I was like, for us as black women, and not just like educated,
Mhm,
college educated, right?
mhm.
Making decent money for y'all, me, it just depends on, how I feel in that week or whatever.
That's your choice anyway.
Right.
That
But
is
I'm
your
just
choice.
saying,
Right.
but there are some struggles just with that,
Yeah.
Mhm.
knowing it, so it's really interesting. I'm just glad we have that. So I'm just letting y'all know, I wanted to do a movie, a girls trip movie, but they beat me to it. Somebody beat me to it. I was like, well, ours wouldn't have been that juicy, because we've had some good girl trips, but
Right.
y'all, we haven't had. And just let me tell everybody out there listening, Robyn made me feel so bad when we went to see the movie Girls Trip, because she was like, Raquel, why we haven't been at the Essence Festival like that? Why you haven't been speaking? I was like, what? You remember that?
No.
You said we watching. You was like, why we haven't done that yet? When you gonna speak at the Essence and we get to go and be at fancy hotels?
Oh yeah. I did. Yeah.
So
you need to do that next Essence.
I could have taken that as like, it hurt me a little bit, but then it was because my friend believes in me. She knows that I should be that way. I'm that kind of author.
You had a potential, and I never knew you were hurt about that. But
then
I also text
you is smart.
Yeah, I was about to say, I did text you. Remember, I do think about you, Raquel, and ideas about your books and everything, right?
Yes.
So, it was a BET Awards, right? Was it BET? Hip hop? Remember, I said, are you on the red carpet? And I was serious. I was like, Raquel, are you there? Because you do go to a lot of events. And then that's when I said, you is
You is smart.
You is smart. And you is important.
You is silly. Okay. So there are some shirts, right? Wait, Karen, what did you say? Go ahead.
I just want to add, because I don't want us to end before we, talk about this, but one of the things I mentioned is girl trips being therapeutic and also preparation. We talked about life. On our last girls trip, those of us who had a parent or both parents pass away, we were just sharing because we had some people who recently experienced that loss, and just talking through it and talking about what we went through and how to, you deal with it and how to move through. It has really helped, because one of our girlfriends that was on their trip last week had a parent to pass away. Yeah. And she was able to reflect, but I mean, it's still, of course, hurtful and processing, but just having had that conversation, she was able to pull from that. And it is helping her through this time and through this process. So, we had no idea at that time. And, we may have all been wondering, why are we talking about this? This is really heavy and really deep, and, all us crying and stuff. But if it was just for her, it was worth it, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it. And that's why, and everybody I am probably like the clown, and I do a whole lot of crazy stuff. But one of the things that I always do, I'm always trying to make sure people pour out, because I'm like, we might not get, I don't know what other kind of chance we get. And then sometimes, like, we can talk on the phone, but it's different when you're in person, and you're pouring out, because the energy, and it's not about hugging each other, it's the collective energy sitting around the table that allows you to just pour out. And then, so I'm really big on that. So yes, I am the crazy one of the bunch, but I'm the one that's gonna make sure people get real. And no, and that's why the whole trust and to make sure that whatever we say is with us.
Right.
It's not going outside. We're not telling other people about what's going on. And so that's another huge, like you said, trust is just big, period.
Yeah.
And it's like you all are my sisters. I don't have a sister. I have two brothers. So, you know, to talk to you all and be my peers, you really are my sisters. I don't know if I've ever said that to you all, but I'll have to say it on Girls Trip that you all are.
We love you, Robyn. You're our sister too.
So wait a minute, before we go, we got 5 minutes, and I saw these like little these shirts like for girls trip. So I just kind of we can share with the audience, kind of like the group, even though it's just the three of us. But so the responsible one, I say, is Tiffany. Do y'all agree?
Either Tiffany or Lilka, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the reason why I think I said Tiffany is because she really is the one responsible for making sure we have somewhere to stay.
Yeah.
Making sure,
yeah.
You know, she's usually that person like, hey,
she does the planning.
She's like
the trip planner.
Yeah.
So she's really our planner. So that's why I kind of went with her for the responsible one.
Yes.
The quiet one, that's easy.
Anita.
Anita.
The bossy one.
That's a toss up.
Robyn.
I am not bossy. Okay, next, because we don't have a 5 minutes, 4 minutes.
The smart one, Karen. The one who used to mess up the curves.
We're all smart. Anyway, go ahead.
The flirty one, I'm gonna say that would be me.
No, there's another one in that list that better fits you.
Well, I'm gonna say that one because I know which one you're thinking about.
But we do usually send you if there's a guy that we want to get something from.
If we need to get something it's usually me, right? Okay, the sarcastic one, and this for me, I kind of think it's Lilka, because Lilka kind of can be very sarcastic. And she got an undertone, and she's real smooth with it.
You're real smooth.
Yes,
real
smooth. Yeah. She can put out some singers.
Yeah, you think about it like, wait a minute, what did she just say?
Right.
I guess, we probably could even call her the shady one, because she was so shady, right? So the one that I picked for Lakeisha, I picked the wild one because that girl is crazy. But she's crazy. Or so we could be the crazy one. Y'all say it's me, but that girl crazy.
Yeah. She's more undercover with her crazy than you are.
No, she's crazy. Everybody does. She keeps us laughing. She's constantly laughing. She keeps us in laughter. Yeah, she's the clown. Or like, so it's not wild, crazy, the crazy one.
Yeah.
But what other one was you thinking for me instead of flirty?
It was crazy.
Wow. Crazy.
And wow.
All the above.
Wait, and the other one I saw for Robyn and Bossy is Bossy and Bougie.
Yes. I go on the trip so I can learn about designers from Robyn.
Fashion and
fashion.
Robyn,
what's appropriate. Robyn, I have on earrings.
I love your necklace.
Thank you.
I noticed it.
Thank you. Robyn is our fashion consultant. When I had to present at a conference, I did, Robyn, what should I wear? That's okay.
Well, we are out of time. Thank y'all for being on here. For everybody, welcome back to Blessed Mindset Matters. We're going to have a great year, great season. I just wanted to, I wanted people to hear girlfriends like that actually like each other. That's what I really wanted for you guys to hear. So until next week, remember that mindset matters, and y'all be blessed.